everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm ending my series on the new Covergirl eyeshadow palettes. My last one and my final one, I will be reviewing the new Chocoholic palette. Yes, it is a chocolate palette, every girl's dream, although I would rather mine smell like Lay's potato chips because my dream is that salty crunchy chip. That's my dream. It does have a kind of a chocolatey kind of scent. It definitely does. But it has that, there's something about artificial chocolate smells that I don't like. It's like that with everything that I smell that's artificial chocolate, so. Now in this palette you get 8 shades and only 2 of them are mattes. The rest of them either are like full-blown shimmers or they kind of have a slight iridescence to them. So you only get 2 matte shades, but the 2 matte shades that you do get in this palette are the ones that make sense the most to be matte. Is the neutral and the brown. This is definitely a more glamorous, dark, bold kind of eye palette. There's not a lot of light colors in here, hardly any at all. So basically I'm just going to get into the video and create a look for you. I've already primed my eye with Tarte Shape Tape and then kind of set it with a translucent powder. So we're just going to get into the video and start an eye look. So first I'm jumping in with this light beige shade. Next, I'm picking up this matte brown shade. We're going to use this in the crease as our transition color. Definitely very pigmented, easy to blend. That's one thing I noticed about these shadows. They are pigmented and they're not hard to blend at all. So all the palettes definitely are good in that aspect. So I'm bringing this shade, you know, almost to the brow, but I'm definitely leaving space to have a nice highlight there. Being pretty messy with this shade. Just want it to really be blended, but I don't really care about it getting onto the eyelid. I'm gonna go in with this green color on the lower lid, keeping it more on the outside of the eye. So I'm just bringing it to the crease. I'm not taking it above it, but we're stopping at the crease right here. I'm only bringing it about halfway across the lid. I am getting a little bit of fallout with this shade, so I'm just gonna brush that away. Next, I'm gonna take this dark brown shade on a fluffy brush. I'm just gonna start to work this on the outer side into the crease just to blend the 2 shades together. And then if you really want to blend that line out, you can go back in with your matte brown shade, dip back in, and you can kind of go along the edges to kind of blend both of the shades together. I'm going to lay down this sandy brown shimmery shade here. I'm going to take this shade and just focus this more in the center of my eye. I wish they had a lighter shade just for the inner corners, but they don't. Now I can use purple, but I don't really know. I guess I just want to use a lot of shades, okay? And then in the very inner corner, I'm going to take this really sparkly purple shade. The fallout with this shade is definitely falling everywhere. Oh mama, that is a messy shade. Okay, so in my waterline, I'm going to go in with the Smashbox. This is the Always On Gel Liner. This is really great. This stays put. So I'm going to just be really lining the inside of my eyes with this. I'm also going to bring it down into the little lashes underneath. I'm going to start to smudge this out first before adding shadow. I'm also going to take the same liner and smudge it up on my upper lash line. I'm also going to smudge out the upper lash line. And then to make it look super smoky, I'm going to go back in with that really dark brown shade in the palette and just go along the lash line just to make everything look blended and smoky. I'm also going to dip into this purpley kind of shade. I'm just going to be placing this right here in the corner. Just focusing it more on the outer portion of the eye. Then we're going to go back in with this sparkly brown shade right here and focus that more on the inner portion of the eye. And we've just created an extreme smoky eye. I'm just gonna be a little bit messy with the mascara, nothing too dramatic because I'm gonna put a pair of false lashes on. So I'm gonna go in with the Covergirl Flourish mascara. I'm actually gonna take the same gel liner and stick it up into my upper waterline up here. I'm also gonna pop it all on the bottom of my lower lash line. So I'm gonna pop these lashes on. They're by Sali Lashes, and they are in the style So Classy. For my lip liner, I'm going in with a Nude by Nature. This is in the shade 02 Blush Nude. And then for my lipstick, I'm gonna also use Nude by Nature in number 5 Pale Coral. I'm just gonna give it a slight wash of color. And I'm also going to use their lip gloss. I really love this lip gloss color and I love the texture of it. It's number 5 Blush Beige. Their lipsticks are really shiny, but they're not overly sticky, and then they smell like heaven. And I always find when I do a really dramatic eye, I can't do too pale of a nude on my lip or it looks super washed out for me. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I really think that this is a great palette if you're looking at creating a smoky, dramatic eye. The smell on this, honestly, it's nice. Like, it does smell a little bit like chocolate, and it's not overpowering, and it doesn't make my eyes irritated, so that's a really good plus on this palette. I honestly didn't have much kickback with the shadow. The only shadow I had a little bit of a problem with is this sparkly purple shade here in the middle. It did have a lot of fallout, but it was pigmented. That's the only shadow that I kind of noticed. But when dipping my brush into the products, there was not a crazy amount of kickback. I think that the powders are definitely highly pigmented and they're easy to blend. For a drugstore palette, I think that this is great. Again, but it's more obviously of a bold palette, and it does pack a lot of dark shades, so it's definitely for a bold eye in my opinion. They do include 2 matte shades, which I think are if you're going to include 2 matte shades, I think they did pick the right choices. A nice, you know, neutral shade, light white neutral, and then they did a neutral brown. So those were good choices on the mattes. But overall, I do think it's a great palette. I think it's affordable, and if you want to create a glamorous, bold ass eye look, I think you should pick it up. And if you like the smell of chocolate, you definitely should pick it up and add it to your collection, because it's definitely chocolatey. Yes, it is. As always, if you did find this video helpful, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.